A lot of people struggle with performance. And yes, that can be student recitals or exams, but I don't mean only fancy concerts. I mean even playing in front of family and friends. Wouldn't it be amazing if you can perform for somebody without feeling panicked or stressed? Because for most people, everything goes really well when they're practicing for themselves. But as soon as somebody starts listening, it just completely falls apart and there's nothing left of that beautiful music that they wanted to share. So if that's you and you want to learn how to make your performance more effortless, come and join me in this lesson today. So what I'm about to share with you took me a really long time to discover. And that's because it's basically the opposite of what everybody does. So what we all do is we practice a perfect version of a piece. Perfect timing, perfect dynamics, perfect phrasing. We practice over and over to try to make it as perfect as possible. But ironically, this is exactly what makes us perform worse. Because when you practice only one version, it means you're only prepared for that one version. Anything that feels different is going to throw you off balance. And performance always feels different than when you're playing for yourself. So practicing only one perfect version is basically a recipe for disaster. So if we shouldn't practice just one perfect version, what should we be doing? So I don't know if you've ever had debate class, but basically you get assigned a standpoint, a point of view, and you have to defend that point of view, whether you agree with it or not. So I, for example, might have to defend the sky isn't blue. And I would have to come up with arguments to convince my opponents that I'm right. And you'd think that's impossible, right? But I might say to my opponent, have you ever seen the sky early in the morning or late at night? It's not blue. So why is that a useful skill? And what has it got to do with piano playing? Because it trains flexibility. You learn how to think, how to react, how to adapt, how to look at a piece from different angles instead of just clinging to this one perfect version. So whenever something goes not according to plan when you're performing, you're ready to react. One of my favorite pianists and teachers, Hungarian pianist Sebuk, says, there are many right ways. Having only one right way is an obsession. 2 is a dilemma. And having 3 or more, then you have a choice. And then you are free. So this is exactly what we're gonna start practicing today, but before we do that, I want to tell you about my new course, Effortless Technique. And it's not finished yet, but that just means that you can get lifetime access for a very special price at the moment. So if you're interested, check that down. I put it in the description box below for you. Let's dive into our exercise now. So our exercise is pretty simple and fun. We are going to take a phrase from the piece that we're currently playing. As an example, I'll use this piece by Mozart. That would be my favorite version, right? And that's probably how I would play it in a performance. But I'm going to challenge myself to find at least 3 different ways in how I can play it. And just as with The Sky Isn't Blue, you're going to have to challenge yourself even if you don't agree with the interpretations. For example, one way I can play this is much more romantic. I can also play I can make a pianissimo version. Fortissimo version. Don't be tied to this one perfect version you have in your head. Don't be tied to the fact that it has to be beautiful. Just have fun trying to convince the audience that it is a great interpretation. And actually, Glenn Gould is the one that inspired me for this exercise because he would practice a phrase in 20 different ways. He was truly a master in imagination. And the funny thing is that even though you might not like the versions that you come up with, if you play them convincingly and confidently, if you ask the audience, they're most often convinced by confident and joyful playing, more than any perfect version that you might think. So try this exercise. It is going to develop your musicality and flexibility so much, and you're going to train yourself to get better at making music on the spot. Think about it. When we perform, do we want to regurgitate this kind of perfect version, or do we actually want to express ourselves and who we are in that exact moment? And I don't know who you are in this moment, but I'm definitely not perfect. And after watching this video, you might ask yourself, should I completely stop practicing my perfect version? And the answer is no, but you do have to make 2 changes. First, don't call it a perfect version anymore in your head. say maybe your preferred version or your favorite version. There's nothing wrong with having a favorite version or wanting to play a piece in a certain way. Just don't cling on to this version. Don't think that's the only way I'll be satisfied with my performance. And the second thing is, train for flexibility. Train yourself to make music on the spot, and you will be much better prepared and have much more fun during a performance. Now, there is one other very big reason why we panic when we play in front of others, and that is sloppy playing. So if you struggle with that, Dimitar and I actually made a course specifically tackling this called The Mistake-Proof Pianist, and we discuss sloppy playing and how to fix it in depth there. So you can check that out if you want. I'll also add it down below. But I also made a YouTube video about sloppy playing that might help you out. So if this is one of your main struggles, go and check it out over here, and I'll see you there.